It's time now to look at the latest business news, and for that we're joined by Catherine Bennett. Catherine, firstly, we're starting to look at the price of Bitcoin. It has been dropping once again.
It absolutely has. It's been quite a rollercoaster ride. It's again comments by the Tesla founder Elon Musk that has sent Bitcoin tumbling, and that's simply after he sent a one-word tweet yesterday on Sunday. A Twitter user wrote that the electric vehicle maker sold or is going to sell its Bitcoin holdings, writing Bitcoiners are going to slap themselves next quarter when they find out Tesla dumped the rest of their holdings. Now, Elon Musk responded to this with just one word, saying indeed, and that was enough to send prices into free fall. Bitcoin dropped to $42,241.44 on Sunday. That's its lowest since February. Now, the price has since climbed up again. It's now up to around $44,349. And actually, just before I came on air, Musk tweeted again, which of course is sending Bitcoins on a roller coaster ride. He wrote, to clarify speculation, Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. Now, of course, that's going to continue having an effect on the price. Musk has been criticised for the huge sway that he appears to be having on crypto prices, on the cryptocurrency market. He's pulling or dragging down prices on a whim. And actually, the meme-based cryptocurrency Dogecoin has become his latest darling. He announced last week that his space exploration company SpaceX would accept Dogecoin as payment for their next mission that they're planning to launch to the moon.
Of course, we did see him between February and May change his mind when it came to that in Bitcoin. So let's move on.
Right.
We've seen a slew of economic data from China being released this Monday. What are the main takeaways?
Well, China's much vaunted economic recovery does appear to be slowing. In April, China's industrial output rose 9.8% year on year. That's in line with expectations. But retail sales rose 17.7%, and that's actually far below predictions of around 25% growth. So China was the first major economy to start seeing a recovery from the coronavirus pandemic. But while factories are remaining a big driver of that recovery, it's actually consumer spending that is lagging behind. And so markets have been responding to that data this morning. We saw Chinese stocks seeing a boost with the Shanghai Composite and the Hang Seng Index up 0.5%. Japan's Nikkei and Seoul's Kospi, however, treading downwards at almost 1% and 0.33% respectively.
Now, the world's largest telecommunications company, AT&T, is nearing a huge merger with its rival Discovery. What impact can this have on the media landscape?
Well, this deal is absolutely massive. It brings together two of the largest media businesses in the US, and it will immediately create a media giant, essentially a juggernaut, with an enterprise value of $150 billion. That's bigger than Netflix or NBC Universal. Now, the deal would merge AT&T's media business, which includes CNN, HBO, and Warner Bros., with Discovery and its successful streaming service. So such a major transaction, that could actually end up triggering a round of media deals as companies try to get bigger and bigger to compete with these larger and larger companies and also compete with social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube or TikTok.
And of course, throughout this pandemic, we've been looking at the sectors who have been very badly hit. But as they say, every cloud has a silver lining, and there is at least one portion of the hospitality industry making a bit of a boom for it here in France.
That's absolutely right. So we can make a toast to the success of the wine and the alcohol industry here in France. So while bars and restaurants have been closed, retailers have actually seen a rise in sales, of course, as everyone is drinking at home. Luc Schrago has this report.
Franck Jaboulé has been a wine merchant for 30 years. He doesn't yet know if 2021 will be a good vintage just yet, but one thing he's sure of. With 10 to 15% above normal levels, it's been a bumper year for sales so far.
C'est assez inédit pour cette période, parce qu'habituellement, les mois de février et mars sont assez calmes. Et là, on travaille très bien actuellement.
With a curfew in effect and bars and restaurants closed, thirsty clients are turning elsewhere, and wine merchants are ready to pick up the extra custom.
J'ai 2-3 souvenirs dans l'année de m'être fait plaisir avec des bouteilles en se disant, bon, ben voilà, on va pas au restaurant, on va pas on va se faire plaisir avec une très belle bouteille, peut-être qu'on n'avait pas l'habitude de faire avant.
More than that, new customers are also discovering the wealth of information and advice that specialists in the industry have to offer.
On boit pas forcément plus, mais on choisira des bonnes bouteilles.
Before the pandemic, the commercial balance with wine merchants between restaurants and private individuals was 60 to 40. That ratio has been turned on its head and helped limit losses.
On a 50% de l'activité grossiste-restaurant qui est en baisse au minimum. Et à côté de ça, effectivement, la partie caviste, elle, pour les particuliers, a plutôt bien fonctionné.
Weekend sales in particular are up, with merchants noticing new younger clients, ones they want to try and keep coming back.
So that wraps up the business from me.
Thanks, Catherine. Catherine Bennett there with our business news.